Hello, I'm Denise, this is Cheryl, and today we're in the community room, and I am with the Cautauqua book group. We're going to talk a little bit about the Cautauqua book group, and people can jump in anytime. They don't have to, Right. Anytime they want to jump in, they can. And Cautauqua is the oldest book group that has been going on in the United States. Didn't it start like in 1878, I think it was?
I don't know, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, and it's based out of Cautauqua, New York, and you can go online and actually download their books. But here at the library, we order books in. Everybody in the group reads the same book. They get together, they discuss it, and you can say, this book I did not like, or you can say, this is the best book that I've read this year.
That's right.
Yeah.
We try to get books from the Cautauqua book list because they are designed, the list is designed and the books are chosen to stimulate conversation, make people think out of the box a little bit, and sort of get our minds working about things that might be new to us or different for our thinking. And so we try to stick to the list, and sometimes we hit a winner, and sometimes people say, that really wasn't my cup of tea, but we move on to the next book, and we just keep seeking good reading.
And isn't book groups kind of exciting because you'll read a book that you normally would not read?
Right. For sure, that's what happens in Cautauqua. Mm-hmm. We read books that typically you might not pick up off the shelf, so we kind of force you to read our book for the month, and then people discover something that they liked about it, about a book that they might not have picked up themselves. So.
I see. Now, what book are you going to discuss today?
Today we are discussing the Stalin affair.
Oh.
So this is Stalin and Churchill and FDR and the war and how they made that treaty happen.
Oh,
pretty,
all right.
pretty interesting.
And then you're going to pick up what?
We are going to pick up The Lost Journals of Sacagawea.
Oh, okay. All righty,
Right.
Good. What book did you read this year in Chautauqua that you liked the best so far?
So I'll let that open to the group.
Okay.
Who has an answer for that?
Anybody?
I would say the Stalin affair.
Oh, you like that the best, huh, Barb?
Yes. It's a book that is based on verifiable information. It has sources, and it describes a situation that I simply never really knew existed. And Stalin comes across as an extraordinarily intelligent and knowledgeable man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Far more than Churchill, and certainly more than Roosevelt. But also Harriman and his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Harriman was a name that I know from my childhood, but I had absolutely no idea how vital he was to this supplying Russia as with the
Right.
war materials that were necessary and so on. He was and his daughter, she was quite an amazing young woman.
Okay.
Karen, what book did you read this year that you really liked?
Lately I've been reading Timothy Snyder. He wrote one on tyranny, and another one, I'm not thinking of the name of it right now, but anyway, I just picked this one up today. And he's talking a lot about Russia, which of course we just finished the Stalin affair, so it's kind of currently on my mind. And he's talking about our current situation with our presidency and relationships that Donald Trump had with Russia before he ever thought of running for president, and quite surprising information.
All right.
Anybody else have a favorite book? What about the book that prompted our field trip to Oberlin? What was the name of it? Beyond the River. Beyond the River by Anne Hagedorn. And it talked about the slave trade in Ohio in particular. So some of us took a little field trip to Oberlin.
Awesome. Now, when you're in a book group, you have the freedom to say, I think this book was awful.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And you do just pick the books from the list or kind of move around and someone reads something like what Karen had just said and maybe you'll put that one in?
Well, most of the time we read things from the list, but sometimes the books are either too new or whatever, and Denise can't get enough copies for our group. Our group is kind of large. So then we have to either put that off until you can get copies, or sometimes we just have to say who's read a good book, and we all kind of pitch in a name and we pick some things like that.
All right.
Was this book on the Chautauqua list?
Yes.
Because I read it when it first came out, and I suggested it, but I did not. So I was very pleased when you put it on the
yes.
list, but I didn't know. Pardon
You
me?
were ahead of the time.
I was.
All right. What do we have coming up at the library dealing with anything else exciting that's,
Well, I'll put this up close. This is our One Book, One Community.
and what is a one book, one community?
So the Tuscarawas Literacy Coalition sponsors a book, and we want everybody in the county to read the same book, and all the book clubs in the county are invited to read it and have discussions about it. We've already read it and had our discussion, and the author is coming to Kent State Tusk Campus on Monday, November 3rd at 7 o'clock in the evening.
And it's free to get in.
Free to get in, yes. And there will be refreshments. Everybody likes cookies and things,
Yes,
right?
things when they come with food, yes. Now, one thing about a book club is you do not have to pay for the book.
No.
We get the books for you. And there's other book clubs that we have in the library. I think there's a total of 9
Might be-
different
yeah,
book
there are lots
groups
of them.
that we get books in for them. So, that helps the pocketbook. You don't have to
Well,
pay
and Denise does a wonderful job because of those 9, she has to get books for every club. And she has to know the dates that the club meets and how to get the books in. So she's very organized back there with her file.
Thank you.
And we do depend on that because sometimes we have had books, though, in the past where people say, oh, I really want that book for my own. So people do buy it, but you don't have to buy it. We provide it
Correct.
here.
Yes.
The other thing that's coming up that I'll put a plug in for, I don't know,
Yes.
it's awfully small. The Living Library is coming on November 8th. So there are 10 people here that I have invited. They have interesting lives, I think inspiring lives. And so you can either call the library and sign up for a time slot, because there are only 6 time slots between 10 o'clock and noon that
Okay.
you can go and sit and
So
talk.
how does this work? You check out the person?
Yes. The person is a book, and they have created a title and a subtitle for their life story. And then they come, and here in the community room, I sit them at tables, and we overflow into the teen room. And they sit at a table, and then it's like speed dating.
Only with
Because
books.
with books. So if you want to check out the person's book, then you sign up. We have a sign up sheet. You can sign up ahead of time, or you can sign up the day of. And then we, every 15 minutes, I ring a bell and say, wrap it up, because you're going to move to your next person.
All right. Now, getting back to Chautauqua, what days do you meet and what time?
We meet the last Thursday of every month, unless there's a holiday, like
Thanksgiving.
in November, Thanksgiving, and in Christmas, it's Christmas Eve. So
Now, would we meet anyways and then Mark bring turkey? We'll edit that out, don't worry.
Turkey sandwich.
that's right. He's ahead of the game.
Ahead of the curve.
Yes, he is. But we meet the last Thursday of every month at noon here in the community room. We have tried to meet at Dice Hill in the nice weather, but this year was either too hot, and then it got cooler, and we have met here, I think, all year. Right? I don't think there was one day that we went to Dice Hill this year.
And you
so.
don't have to register. You just
Nope.
come to the front desk,
You just
say
come.
you want the next book in the Chautauqua
That's
series.
right.
They give it to you. You have a whole month to read it.
Yes, that's right.
And then you come and discuss it.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. And today we have a new person who came to
Hi.
our book club. So
Yeah, and I don't know too much about Chautauqua. I have seen the exit on the freeway in New York.
there you go.
But I got the impression from what little I read is the books are all nonfiction or science, or do we have some fiction books?
We have some novels,
Okay.
you know, so that would be fiction. Yeah, but most of them are nonfiction, I would say.
Well, and the novels are based on historical.
Yes, that's right. They're like
Okay.
historical.
I think the next book, the one about the lost journals of Sacagawea, is
Yes,
not true.
right. It's a fiction, but if
Yeah.
you look in the back of the book, she has all these resources that she pulled from to
Vows.
make that story.
Based it on.
Yes.
That's good. Okay. What do you guys do when there's a reading slump? You finish this Chautauqua book, and then what do you do?
I've read things that other people have recommended in this group, because I find this to be a very dynamic and interesting group of people. And if they've read something they really enjoy, they'll share that with us. And that's taken me on a really lovely journey into information I wouldn't have had otherwise. So there's a real advantage of being part of this group.
Good. Good. All right. Well, I guess that's it for today, but thank you for tuning in. If you've got any questions, leave a comment down below, and we'll get to it. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.